happy motherfucking Friday night. I know everybody's like, what the fuck is going on? Because we normally don't go live on Friday nights, but we do on this goddamn Friday night because we got GoatSilk on with us. How you guys doing tonight?
All right, man. How you doing? Bundy made it.
Oh, he ain't got no audio.
We can't hear you, man.
He's got to fix his audio. No audio.
No audio.
No.
It would be classic if it wasn't us, bro.
He has no idea that there's no audio.
Are we able to unmute his mic?
No, actually, no. Here we go. Oh, nope.
Oh,
there he went.
There he
Yeah,
went.
Mike
He
was
might
not
be logging back in.
Okay. All right. So this is one of those, again, weird instances that I meet a band on fucking TikTok and then come to find out we all know similar people in the fucking industry, and then they wind up on the damn show, which has happened more times. That just goes to show how small the music industry actually is.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
it's extremely small.
Mm-hmm.
And the people I've met across that we all have mutual friends, and we start talking before the interviews, and it's like, oh shit, you know that person, oh fuck, goddamn, why haven't we crossed paths fucking before?
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm gonna get right into it. I'm gonna start this motherfucker out and just go to my normal go-to one that I always start out with. What made you decide to be a musician? Was it a band, a family member? What was that point that you decided you wanted to do this?
It's kind of crazy for me because growing up, my stepdad actually was in a band. You know, they did a bunch of stuff, touring and stuff, and he still plays now. You know, he's an old man and he still got their band. You know, there he is. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of what's inspired me is, you know, listen to him as a kid jamming in the basement. You know, and then he's gone. Just like how he was at GoatSilk. He was here, then he was gone, and he's back, and he's gone.
It's just one of those nights.
Yeah. No, but yeah, I mean, I kind of grew up into the business. You know, my stepdad, Brian, growing up, he was a horror film guy. So he used to do B-films, horror B-films, and he would write all the music for that, you know. You there now?
He ain't got no sound. He's got no audio.
No sound, man.
Fuck. We understood that.
For him. What the fuck, man?
Yeah, he ain't got no audio. It says his mic isn't connected.
But yeah, that's where it started for me, you know, kind of just family involved, you know, and he was in the studios and stuff like that, and just kind of made me jump into it as well.
Okay. So any important B movies did he do?
Yeah, so we kind of chatted before we started. We're kind of the same age. So he actually had some movies on USA Up All Night with Rhonda Shield, Gilbert Godfrey.
Yeah, I love that shit.
So he did a movie called Curse of the Blue Lights. So go check that out.
I think I've seen that.
Yeah, he did that. And so like my uncle Mark, he actually did some the special effects for the Freddy Krueger movie. He's the one when the new Freddy Krueger came out. He did the new hand and the face. So I mean, I'm pretty involved in the movie industry, business, and music pretty much my whole life. A lot of my family work in the movie business. You know, movie transportation. I've been. We'll probably get into it, but I was in the Britney Spears video.
What?
I've been in the Maya video. My First Night. When I was like 18, I was in the Metallica video and shit like that. You know? Like this has been like a life thing for me. Like it's not something I just started to do. It's just something that's been like since I was a kid, man, and it's just been full blown since then.
Yeah, see, for me it was MTV.
Yeah,
like,
MTV.
Nobody in my family I'm the first one that played music or had anything to do with the entertainment industry at all, and it was MTV. And it was matter of fact, watching Beavis and Butthead for the first time.
Yeah.
And seeing Motorhead.
Yeah.
And that's what made me want to be a bass player and got me into metal and the whole fucking 9 yards. So I like hearing the different stories of how people actually got started in this, because a lot of times this industry, it's cutthroat as fuck.
Well, yeah, I mean, like I said, I've been watching some of the videos this last week and kind of listening to some of the younger guys on the bands, and like the advice I have from them is like, you got to have some fucking balls, because this industry is called the music business for a reason. It's a business. It's not for you guys just to go out there and play jamming with your friends. That's cool and all, but if you're going to do this as a professional living, you got to throw everything into it, or just step out and go somewhere else, because it's not for the weak, man. People will chew you up and spit you out just like that.
And it's funny because we've had a lot of people that's worked on sound injection that they come in here, and even in media. I'm like, this is the music industry. Don't matter what side you're on, it's just as cutthroat on both sides of it. No matter if you're media or if you're in a band.
Yep.
It's the same way on both fucking sides.
No, yeah, and like we were talking before this started, being involved in different areas of this business, you see it from both ends. I mean, as a booking agent, as a band manager, graphic artist and stuff for a lot of these bands, I see a different side of the music industry that a lot of bands don't get to see,
Right.
And then being in a band and having to deal with that stuff on top of it, so it's a hard thing to be in, I mean, if you want to do this professionally, it's either you're going to do it or you're not,
Yeah, and it's an all day thing. It's from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed.
It is like, if I got a day job too. Like, industry's totally changed. Before, you could make $280,000 a year being a singer in a band, but now I own a company and I work as I play at this point, because the industry is not the same no more. And for these young guys, you better either have like mommy or daddy to have some cash, or you got to have some cash yourself, because it takes a lot of money to do this. I mean, for us just to start what we just did, like us, we're actually just coming back together. Like Bundy joined the band again. We had taken some years off and we're reuniting the band. This song alone that we're going to premiere for you guys tonight, it started in February and it just ended in July, and it cost thousands and thousands of dollars for one song. I'm talking tens of thousands of dollars.
Oh yeah. Nobody realizes that, and then you're talking about your gear and vehicles getting there, and gas and food and fucking hotel and every other thing, and gear alone is astronomical. If you want good gear that's gonna last.
A band like us, we obviously use in-ears, and we have the full Behringer setup with the snakes and stuff. Like, that's not cheap either. To run a band. Just the self backing tracks, if you have them, or we do our own mics, our own sound, and we send out a snake. I mean, that gear alone, but plus, like, we've been fortunate in the past where we've had endorsements with like Black Market Customs, who's given us really great deals on speaker cabinets. I mean, they're the same company who does like Ice Nine Kills. So like, we're a pretty good roster, but if you don't have those things, it's a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. Extremely expensive. And then we ain't even gonna get into the cost of how much fucking merch is just to have goddamn a couple hundred t-shirts printed. It's fucking astronomical.
It is. It's a lot of money. It's a job. It's a business. It's not. I mean, I get. If you want to go and play out and weekend warrior it, and you have fun with your friends, that's totally fine. But if you want to do this as a job, as a career, it's a lot of money involved, and you got to have some kind of hustle. Like, I tell younger bands that I manage and stuff or book for that, like, you have to have a side hustle on the road. Like, are you a graphic artist? Are you a booking agent? Can you do guitar lessons on the road? Like, these things you got to be able to do, because you ain't making a lot of money on the road. So you have to have a side hustle. And if you don't have that, you better start learning now as you're young, because you're going to find yourself in the back of the van or the bus going, man, all these guys are out doing this stuff because they got side hustles and they're making money, and I'm over here lonely and sad. It's just part of the business.
Exactly. All right, CB, you up?
All right. So I heard you say that you're a horror enthusiast.
Oh yeah.
If your band could create the theme music and the music throughout a film, what kind of film would it be in the horror industry?
It would probably be, obviously some kind of like Final Destination type of stuff, or the Saw movies. Those type of music is probably videos we would be in. Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Fair enough. So I'm gonna kind of dive into that before I pass it off to Corey, just because I have to ask. What is your favorite fucking horror movie ever made?
Man, my favorite. Fuck, that's tough. There's a lot. I mean, growing up in a horror family, there's a lot. I mean,
That's why I had to ask.
fuck, I mean, man. I mean, I've always liked, I know you mentioned the other night, like Creature of the Black Lagoon was really cool. Those were really cool movies. I mean, I did that young boy said it the other night, The Crypt Keeper, all that, those guys don't even know about that type of stuff, really. They're finding out that now. But man, my favorite movie, man, I've always loved the Texas, like the original Texas Chainsaw Massacres, Night of the Living Dead, like the original 68,
I know. I had his ass watch this yesterday. He's never seen it. I had him watch Return of the Living Dead.
Oh,
He's
man.
never seen it.
Black and white version?
No, the Return of the Living Dead.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Return of the Living Dead. Yeah, he had never fucking seen it.
So for somebody like me who's never really like the I guess the most popular B-rated film that I had ever seen was Evil Dead. Army of Darkness, Evil Dead.
That's a good one.
And I loved it. But all these other films out there were kind of like hidden because you get all the popularity of everything that's new and it's in the movie theaters. And so you get this whole other world out there and you discover all of it and you're like, I didn't even know this existed.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You go down the rabbit hole, you can see a bunch of different crazy movies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. See, like my favorite one's Dead Alive. Dead Alive is hands down my fucking favorite horror film. And a lot of people don't know. I'm like, yeah, it was made by Peter Jackson. They're like, no, it wasn't. I'm like, yes, the fuck it was.
Well, I mean, I don't know if my dad's watching this or anything, but like I said earlier, he did some late night movies. He had one called, it was a spoof called Robo Chick, which is a spoof of RoboCop. I believe that one was on Up All Night as well. And then, like I said, The Curse of the Blue Night, that was a really good one too,
I'm gonna have to look these up.
Yeah, and those are super B film, dude. Like, if you want, like 8mm, type, like deep black movie, that's what those are.
Okay, fair enough. All right, Corey, you're up, brother.
Well, since you guys are talking about movies, let's go to the other side of the spectrum. And what would you say is your favorite Disney cartoon?
My favorite Disney. This is kind of weird for me, man. This might be kind of like not PG. I walked up when I was younger into my parents watching Peter Pan, and it was Peter Pan, all right, Hey, I got Bundy on the phone. Let me speaker him. All right, you there, Bundy?
Yeah, I was like, well, if anything, we'll just do on audio. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, so I got kind of weirded out about Disney movies because I walked in watching it was Peter Pan cartoon, and it was the totally different version of Peter Pan.
That one.
Yeah,
that's a thing.
Oh yeah, you want to go down the rabbit hole again? There you go.
I mean, we're all about rabbit holes here, so
for us that know Rule 34.
Exactly, Rule 34. If it's on there, it's out there.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
That means somebody's going to go down the wormhole tonight.
Yeah, someone's going to get lost.
Somebody will discover Rule 34 for the first time.
Exactly, right?
I don't think any of us need to do that. I think we've already done that.
Oh, we
are. All right, Daft, you're up.
All right, so playing off the horror, you have to stay 24 hours in a house. Who are you choosing to survive or meet your death with?
Oh, man. Probably none of my friends. They'd fucking leave me. What about you, Bundy?
What was the question?
Now, what icon would you be locked up with? That's more the question I want to see.
Yeah. What
icon? Like what horror icon?
Yeah. If you had to be locked in a house for 24 hours with any horror icon, you got to think, you want to die fast, you want to try to survive.
Well, it'd probably be Jason because I could outrun that motherfucker. Because
I don't know. Probably Leprechaun because I can kick that fucker.
That's a winning answer. That is a winning answer. That is one of our. We have a couple of winning answers, and the Leprechaun is one of them. Well done. Well done. Yeah, no leprechauns in there. Christine, just don't get in the goddamn car. Jaws, motherfucker can't be in the goddamn house, so fuck it, you gonna get right past that shit. You'll be all right. Creature from the Black Lagoon's a fucking fish. How long is it gonna be able to breathe out of fucking water?
Yeah,
Exactly.
I wouldn't go Freddy Krueger because that guy's in your fucking dreams, bro. Like you're fucked either way.
Well, see, I would totally be fucked because I like my sleep, and I am not a fucking night like. I'm good up until about midnight. Midnight, I'm done. Like I'm fucking dead to the world. I'm fucking going to sleep. That's all there is to it. I can't do nights. Nope, I'm dying. That's all there is to it. Chucky, that's a toss up.
Yeah, go boot that little fucker too. You know.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a major toss up.
I mean, just put a box and a cinder block on top of it.
We go
He'd
motherfucking.
still find a way to get out.
Just put him in fucking concrete boots and call it a fucking day. All right, so if you guys could go on tour with any 3 bands of your choice, who would you choose to go on tour with?
I already know this. You want to go, Bundy?
Did you say 3 bands or 1 band?
3.
3.
3. Motley Crue, Dope, and Murder Dolls.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
I have never heard Murder Dolls on this podcast yet. That's surprising.
Murder Dolls.
Yeah. I don't know. Me, I'm kind of more obscure. I would go like Dry Kill Logic.
Okay.
Those guys are super dope. I'm a 36 Crazy Fist fan. I love those guys. Diecast, same thing. I would love to go out with Diecast. One of my favorite bands.
I think it's funny he even mentioned that because I've literally spent all day listening to 36 Crazy Fists since I left the house this morning.
Lisa, bro, that song jams.
Dude, when I got to see them they did the pre-party one year for Welcome to Rockville, and I got so goddamn excited, and I paid the extra money just to go to the fucking pre-party so I could see 36 Crazy Fists for the first time.
Hell
And
yeah.
I was so goddamn excited. All right, fair enough. So, flip side of that question. If you could go on tour with any 3 bands not related to metal or hard rock in any facet, who would you go on tour with?
3.
That's easy.
Yeah, go ahead.
Brother Lynch Hung, Suicide Boys, and Cheddar.
Okay.
Okay.
Man.
I've actually done a show with Brother Lynch Hung.
Oh, dude, I love Brother Lynch Hung. He's so sadistic. Fuck.
That he is. That he is. First time I heard his lyrics, I was like, God damn. Who hurt you? All right, who you got, man?
3 non metal or rock, right?
Yeah.
Man, that's tough. I don't listen to anything else, man. I would have to go like just because of looks. I'll probably go like Christina Aguilera back in like 90s version. I would probably do Maya. She was really sexy too. And probably Shakira.
Yeah.
And only just because I would just wanted to stare, you know. I wouldn't really enjoy the music really, but I would like the views.
Hey, I had the biggest crush on Aaliyah.
Oh,
You know?
Aaliyah. Yeah.
Like,
That's one too.
huge, but like
Michelle Branch, man. I would do Michelle Branch too. Making my way downtown.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Hey, Lisa Loeb was hot too.
Yeah,
I mean,
Lisa
the
Loeb.
glasses, the sexy librarian thing. I mean, she had it going. I'm
For
saying.
sure.
Now, I've always told people if I was to do it, it would be Post Malone, Snoop Dogg, and Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
All because you know damn well it's going to be max capacity Coliseum. So if I want my music to get out to the most massive. Now, a lot of them will probably fucking hate me.
Yeah.
But there's a good goddamn chance that there's going to be quite a few that do like me. So if I even sell like 50 shirts out of the thousands of people that would be there,
that's a
that's
plus.
still a fucking win.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm like, who's the artist that's going to give me fucking max capacity?
Well, you know, there's some metalhead guy out there with this lady who likes Taylor Swift, just hating it. He would just eat it up.
Exactly. They'd be like, "You just went on tour with Taylor Swift as a metal band. You are now a fucking legend."
Well, this is funny because when we first started this song, this new single, "Bear Your Halo," so this is kind of weird. Is I've been talking to Vicky, right? You know who she is, right?
Yes.
And I tried to get her to do. I was like, "Come on, do 8 bars on this shit," right? Obviously, that didn't work out, but that's another one. I'm like, "Come on, man, let's just fucking do it."
You should probably want a shit ton of money.
Maybe, who knows? But
yeah, figured.
I just wanted that nostalgic part of it, you know?
Yeah, just for the fuck of it.
Why not?
Oh yeah, fair enough. All right, CB.
Okay, so from the 7 dwarfs from Snow White, who are each of your members in the band?
Oh shit! So definitely Maya Bundy here is fucking sleepy for fucking sure. That guy, for goddamn. Right off. I'd probably be Doc because I could probably be kind of an asshole, sometimes. So yeah. What are you thinking, Bundy?
Yeah, probably Doc.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm a nonchalantly agree, but I totally agree.
Well, yeah. you gotta realize when Bundy first joined this band, he was 15 years old. He's a grown man now. And
right.
we spent a lot of years together. And we know each other in and out, and it's no nonchalant anymore.
Yeah, I understand that. All right, fair enough. All right, Corey, you up on deck, bro.
If you had to describe your music to somebody that never heard it, how would you describe it?
Ooh, man, that's a tough one. You want to take that one, Bundy?
What was it now?
To describe our music to someone who's never heard it before.
Describe us?
Yeah.
I don't even know. I mean, you got Nikki Sixx from Wish on bass. I don't know. It's kind of a complex, necessarily. It's heavy, but it's sellable. That's where we kind of sucker you in, is with the sellable aspect of we'll put out the radio stuff, but then we'll there's a few songs like Save Face where it's like, yeah, it's more. It's in your face, so it's tricky. For me, the best aspect would be in a dopish kind of sense where, you have songs like Die Motherfucker Die, but then you have the ballads, you have all that good stuff to where it's a good overall mix.
Right on.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Like, when we first started the band, we were pretty obscure. We did a lot of Candiria type stuff, real weird off-time stuff. And we were really brutal, when we first started. And
so are you talking like Tony Danza, Tap Dance Extravaganza?
Yeah, just weird time.
Doc Acula and I Wrestled a Bear Once.
Kind of. I don't know. But we had where we come from in Pueblo, it's a very huge thrash community, thrash bands, dude, everywhere. So
right.
I think when we first started, we kind of had a thrash sound, but kind of it was like Slayer meets Vertical Horizon, type of shit, Okay. It was really weird. We had those real punk beats and real ta-ta-ta-ta-ta, but at the same time we were singing, and then Maya was screaming. So it was a really weird sound. And I think it's taken us up to this point to really find out who we are as a band and what our sound actually is. Because if you obviously listen to our stuff, every single song is totally, completely different from the next song. And we've always tried to be that way, because that's, write music to whatever you like and don't put yourself in a box. So we never kept ourselves in a box, and we've always just wrote what we wanted to write. And I think that's what makes us kind of obscure. Yeah, some of the newer stuff now, like Burn It to the Ground, a little bit more commercial, a little bit more radio friendly. But after being in super, super heavy aggressive bands, most of our, my life, and I know Bundy's been in a bunch of heavy bands too, there's a niche group for that. If you're in a obscure hardcore metal band, only so many bands are gonna and fans are gonna like that. So we kind of adapted to the times and kind of did go a little bit more commercial with our sound, because when we were filming this video, for instance, you know, we had old people, man, the 60s, 70s, you know, the Joneses, right, type of people standing around watching us make our music video and go, man, you guys are really good. Can we take selfies, you know? And so, and to me, in general, oh, there he is.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Fucking God.
But yeah, like
It took me forever to fucking figure it out, but I did it.
But those are the fans that I want. Those are the fans that I want. You know, yeah, I like the metal community. I like the other musicians, but I'm not trying to gather them as my fans. I'm trying to get those people at Bishop's Castle where we did the video who've never heard of this kind of music before and really dig it. Because those people are the true fans. They're the ones who are going to look up our video. They're going to find out who we are. They're going to buy our merch. They're going to come to our show. You guys all know you're musicians. We're all critical about each other. And if someone's kind of doing better than the other, it's kind of like, fuck those guys. But these are true fans. People like that are true fans. And that's who I want listening to our music.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I get that. All right, Daff, you up on that?
All right. So, what genre of music would you pick if metal and rock wasn't out there for you guys to be in?
That's an easy one for Bundy.
Yeah, I actually have a solo rap project anyway. So, I mean, I'm big into rap.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would probably believe like 1930 blues.
Ooh.
Yeah, like old
I like
Chuck
that.
Berry, you know?
So I always tell everybody ska.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, ska. 'Cause like when I growing up, I loved ska and I loved the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones.
oh, dude, yeah. Those are cool.
Loved them.
Oil.
Yeah, I was big into ska and I was a big pop punk kid for fucking ever until I got into like the heavier shit. And I honestly didn't get into that like super heavy shit till I was probably like 18, 19 years old.
Yeah.
And I guess it was whenever I discovered Cold Chamber.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And well, Cold Chamber, and I was already listening to Marilyn Manson. But I didn't really consider Manson as like super, super heavy. I mean, he did some Antichrist Superstar was probably the heaviest album he ever fucking did. Outside of that, he really wasn't that heavy other than that one album.
Yeah, for sure.
So, you know, when I discovered like Cold Chamber and then started finding all these other fucking bands, and then, you know, Rob Zombie came out with his solo career, and I was like, fuck. And then I discovered like deathcore.
Yeah.
And I think the first deathcore band I ever did is I was playing for a band and we ended up opening for Suicide Silence.
Oh, nice.
And that was when Mitch was there, and I was blown away. And I was sitting there talking to Mitch, and he's like, oh, here. He like literally took down a piece of paper and wrote down all these fucking bands. It was like, here, check out this list of these bands. And on that was like Whitechapel and Carnifex and all these other fucking bands. And I was just like, I went down the fucking rabbit hole of deathcore and meeting some of these deathcore guys. I found like shit like the Tony Danza Tap Dance Extravaganza and the Red Chord and fucking I Wrestled a Bear once and Doc Alcula, and I just fucking lost it and just went nuts with it.
Rad.
But as far as like I say, I'm not big on hip hop, although I do love Tech Nine.
Well, that's what you know. What's funny about Tech Nine is I was his sound guy for like 5 years. I used to
really.
They came to Pueblo when they used to play this place called the Chief down there. It used to be a venue. And I was just the sound guy then. I was probably 19 years old around there. Right. And they come up with a stack of fucking CDs. And they're like, play track number 3 on this one, track 4 on this one, you know, and the whole thing, you know. I start playing their fucking music and every CD's just fucking scratched. I somehow made it through that fucking show. And Tech comes up to me, goes, you're on the bus, we're going. I've never seen anyone fucking create that type of shit before. He goes, we gave you some fucked up CDs and you made it look flawless the entire night.
All right. Yeah,
well, see, like for me, the hip hop aspect, I mean, I grew up, with a weird dynamic of hip hop and thrash metal. So it was like dad loved thrash metal. Mom loved hip hop, so it was like I grew up with all that. And then like as I got older, my brother, he's only a year younger than me. He was the one who introduced me to like Brother Lynch Hung and all those guys. And I fell in love because I love the gruesome horror shit. So that kind of led me down that rabbit hole. And then Suicide Boys came out. And, you know, so it kind of led in. Plus, I'm a bass player. I'm all about bass. And hip hop is bass oriented.
Right. No, so like I've done a lot of like shows with hip hop artists, and it wasn't really the fact of like, did I like hip hop? Not all that well, but I loved the people.
Right.
And a lot of those artists that I got to meet and work with in the music industry, you know, like I've worked with Afro Man before.
Oh, yeah.
He was fucking one of the funniest motherfuckers I've ever met in my life. And I'm pretty sure that I thought I broke my ribs because I could not stop fucking laughing because he was just so goddamn funny. And I met and worked with Big V from Nappy Roots, fucking amazing ass dude, cool as fuck. And we'd sit there and talk music. Although the most fucked up I've ever been in my life was with Big V and Afro Man. Don't fucking smoke with them if you're not a experienced smoker, because I'm telling you right now, you will fucking die and you're not going to remember half the goddamn night, which I fell victim to that. So don't do it. I'm just telling you. But yeah, it's cool as shit to see that. So I guess y'all are like cool with like mixing like all this popular mixing of like hip hop with metal and all this shit that's really starting to take off.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'm a big Limp Bizkit fan. I love Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
So.
I like Limp Bizkit.
So it's like that was, you know, that is a big influence on me, like just bass playing wise. So it's like, you know, like you said, the mixing of the hip hop, like what I already loved, it just brought the two worlds together. And it's like, oh yeah, this is the perfect fusion for me.
So as far as that goes, I'm going to take it a little step further and ask you guys, and I haven't asked this question in a long time. How do you feel about all these like festivals that are now starting to become mixed genre festivals with like rock, metal, and rap?
Well, you can take that since you're on the road a lot.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say, I have another band that I play with called Scream at the Sky. It's the old bass player from Dead Horse Trauma as my singer, and so we actually played the Gathering of the Juggalos. So it was, you know, and we're like that band is, you know, kind of along the lines of GoatSilk, where it's sellable but it's still heavy. And you had, you know, obviously ICP, which was, you know, really, I mean, I'll tell you this, that's an experience to see at the Gathering. I mean, that's not a concert, that's an experience. But
we've heard.
Yeah, dude, I mean, I like ICP, their music, but I was never a big Juggalo dude, but I can see why they get into that. I can see why.
I seen it for the first time just a few weeks ago because I went to Welcome to Rockville. And ICP was playing, and I went with one of my co-hosts who's not here tonight because she had to work. So me and her, she flew in from Texas, and we went to Welcome to Rockville. And she was like, we have to go see ICP. Have you ever seen ICP? I was like, no. She's like, we have to go just to see it. So, of course, I go. And it was some of the insane shit I've ever seen. I've never seen so many goddamn titties all in one fucking spot in my entire life.
Go to the Gathering and see them. I mean, I'm sure Welcome to Rockville was insane, but like the Gathering, dude, that is, again, I've never really cared to go, but it's like I would go back just because of the whole experience of everything. Like you said, the titties, dude, drugs were just plentiful. And I mean, it's like, what I mean by that is like, there were, I mean, cops obviously rolling through, you know, doing their thing on, you know, the golf carts, but there are literally stands where it says Coke for sale, acid for sale, you know, mushrooms for sale. And it's like, the cops don't do anything about it. They just let it happen. So it's like, then you have like the talent shows. I mean, you see some things that you never in your wildest dreams would imagine seeing.
We just heard one the other day. So
which one was it?
So we had the band Salamander X on with us a couple of weeks ago, and they played the Gathering of the Juggalos. And they told us where this girl proceeded to shove a 2-liter bottle up her ass.
Yeah, I saw it.
I saw it.
I was there.
So are they, because they played and they gave us a very graphic description.
Oh yeah. Oh, dude. That's why I was like wondering what experience. Yeah, that I was. I mean, not front row and center, but I was pretty close to see it. Like pretty close.
Well, apparently one of the lead singers of Salamander X kind of knew where it was going, so he started making his way away, and the rest of them stayed. Well, they all got hosed down by her fucking butt juice.
Yep. Oh yeah, dude. I didn't catch. I mean, I didn't get none of that, thank God. But it's like, oh yeah, dude. I mean, things like that. It's just like that's just normal. I mean, you see dudes walking around naked. You see chicks walking around naked. I mean, everyone's got a fucking nitrous tank on their back of their golf cart. I mean, it's the most insane thing I've ever been a part of. So to answer your question, I actually enjoy the fact of like everything kind of coming together because, you know, there was ICP, there was Twisted Insane, Kim Dracula, Static X, Vended. So, I mean, it was cool to see like how everything kind of blended together. And, you know, even though it's like you may not be quite into that music, you'll fall victim to another genre of music and enjoy it, even if you didn't previously enjoy it.
Okay. I dig it. All right, CB, you're up on deck, bro.
All right. So, what is the craziest thing that you guys have seen either on tour or at a local concert of yours?
Oh, fuck.
What's the craziest thing you guys have ever experienced?
Well, I mean, I know Bundy over the years. I've seen a lot of crazy shit, but our hometown became Dubuque, Iowa. And we've had a lot of fun out in Dubuque, Iowa with John and Top Billing and Jeremy over at Arenal and the venue. There's some wild shit goes there. We used to, God bless his soul, Mr. Jim Law. He used to call him the Hugh Hefner of Dubuque, Iowa. And I swear to God, this guy was 70 years old, right? This 70-year-old man's telling us that we need to go party with him at his house, right? And we're like, nah, that's kind of weird. And Jeremy is like, nope, you're taking me. So we land up going, and I swear to God, everywhere, booze, tits, ass. I remember Jim grabbing me, this girl. I remember her name for the rest of my life. Her name was Liz. He grabs this random chick, pulls her to me, goes, hey, Jode, this is Liz. She's now yours. And I was like, what the fuck do you mean? She's mine. Whatever you want. She's yours. My house, back room to the left, all yours for the whole night. So if you ever like I said, God bless his soul now, but we used to go to Dubuque to hang out with Jim Law, a 70-year-old man.
Oh,
All right, fair enough. Well, there's your answer.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's so much crazy shit because I've toured with a bunch of bands. Saliva, Puddle of Mud, Saving Abel, Like a Storm, Soil. I mean, there's probably some things I shouldn't say because I don't want to get nobody in trouble. But
just leave the band out and tell the story.
Yeah.
Oh,
we got a lot of those stitched up. We got a lot of those stitched up parts of memories too. So.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, the literal definition of sex, drugs, and rock and roll. I mean, you got blow, you got girls, you got. I'm not gonna say who it was because we're gonna leave the names out. But I remember. We were on the bus, and I remember we were like these two chicks were just going at each other. I mean, like making out all this, and we wanted to see how far we could push it. And the lead singer of the band, again, I'm not going to say who, said, "Why don't you puke on her?" So they proceeded to do that and then lick it up.
What? Oh,
yeah, we wanted to see how far we could go, and it went that far. I mean, it was. That's what I mean. It's like I'm not gonna say who it was because I mean, there's a lot of bands I toured with who can't name, can't pinpoint who it was. Thank God. But yeah, those were some crazy times in my life.
All right.
We used to have a game with Stitched Up Heart called Buffalo, and yeah, you remember Buffalo? They used to we used to play with Stitched Up Heart a lot before they got like really really big, and they used to like stay at my house all the time and. We came up with a game called Buffalo that we took on the road, and we would video chat each other, having some random person at the bar doing Buffalo. So if you ever talk to Mixie, ask her about Buffalo.
Buffalo, huh?
Yeah, the
Okay.
game Buffalo down in Pueblo, Colorado with GoatSilk. She'll be like, oh fuck.
Okay, fair enough. All
Also,
right,
the
Corey.
Dead Men Don't Wear Plaid. It was not a Pavement Entertainment roster band. I will tell you that. I saw the comment. It was not one of those. I worked very closely with the guys. Yeah, I work very closely with the guys at Pavement. Tim and Mark are some of my really good friends. Tim especially. But it was not one of those bands. And I also currently work for a Pavement Entertainment band called Plush. So no, it was not one of those guys. I know who you're thinking of. I know it's not that band. I promise you.
It was not.
It's not that band.
Yeah,
we were on tour with that band, but it was not that band.
We don't need any cease and desist letters in our emails.
Yeah, I just saw the Pavement Entertainment. I'm like, no, like I said, Tim's one of my really good friends. I've worked with Soil, and I was talking to Tim earlier today. We send each other videos of people eating the live crabs for the crunch. So I mean, it's not one of those bands, but I know what band you're thinking of on that roster. It's not that band, I promise you. But we were on tour with that band.
Oh, okay, fair enough. All right, Corey, you're up on deck, bro.
How did you guys come up with the band name GoatSilk?
Oh, so that's definitely me. So GoatSilk is crazy how it came. I used to be a general manager for World Gym, and I used to open up the gym at like 2:30 in the morning, so all the big buff guys would come in. So we used to have like Mr. Olympia and shit who used to work there. And so I tell you this, and this is a real thing. There is only so much internet you could fucking watch, and before you go start working out yourself. So I think it was like one of these bodybuilders gave me this stuff called black ice. It's like a performance enhancer, right? And I swear that shit made me see the fucking devil. And I was sitting there typing on the computer, and I obviously I've gone into this like trance of the computer, and I start looking up all this weird obscure shit, and I see BioStill, and I'm like, what the fuck's BioStill? Then I start seeing how they're like genetically making goats and spiders and mixing them together, right? And they made something called GoatSilk, which is 10 times stronger than Kevlar, right? And they use it in the army and everything like that now. Like it's an actual thing that they use. And that's how I came up with the name. About 2-3 in the morning, cracked out on some black ice, you know? Yeah.
I forgot to warn y'all that we like to ask questions that bring out a lot of fucked up shit.
I've been saying, you guys ready for the mayhem?
No, this is our target right here.
I mean, like, I watched all week long, and I was like, oh, these guys better be prepared for us. We got some stories.
That's exactly what we fucking look for
We
every
live-
goddamn time.
How I look at it.
Like I said, I'll give up stories. I just won't give up names. I got too many friends in the industry where I'm like, I'm not ruining that relationship.
Yeah.
You tell stories, just don't give the names.
That's why I was like, yep, no, it wasn't that Pavement band. I know exactly what you're thinking of. It's not that band.
Nope.
Very good guess, though. It was a good guess.
All right, Daff, you're up.
All right. So, you know where I'm going with this, Jags.
Oh, no.
Star Wars or Star Trek? Because we're Star Trek people over here.
No, where the fuck we are not.
I'm
You
Lord of the
are a
Rings.
sorry-ass goddamn
I was gonna
Star
say,
Trek
I would
person.
say
We're
neither.
gonna beam you off.
I
The
would-
show.
I would
Lord of
say-
the Rings.
I would say neither, and I would go Highlander. You know, they're like,
Ooh, that's a good one too.
And you know, if we're gonna go like the space thing, whatever, like I enjoy Star Wars more, but if we're gonna go TV shows, Andromeda.
yeah.
Ooh,
Okay, that's okay.
I like that. I won't convert them yet.
And it
Ain't
depends,
no
though, though, too, because the TV show versus the movies are two different things. Like the Star Trek movies were awesome, and so were the Star Wars movies, you know. But if I had to say on movies just alone, probably Star Trek, man. Those movies were fucking rad.
Yes. Yeah. See?
Uh-oh.
Movie wise,
I'm gonna go with Star Wars on the movies.
All right, we can kick it.
He's
say
about
Star
to
Wars
turn
on the
into-
movies,
he's
for
about to turn
sure.
into the clown and fucking walk me. Hope we don't play that.
I'm a big, huge Star Wars fanatic. Ever since I was a kid, I've been huge Star Wars. hated Star Trek.
You know, when I did a show with Wednesday 13 a few years back. Roman came off the bus and had lightsaber fights with people. It was sick.
Okay.
One of my it's stupid, I know, but one of my things is I want to go to Disney just to go build my own lightsaber. I don't give a fuck about the rest of the park. I just want to go to the Star Wars part. I want to do the Star Wars shit, and I want to build my own goddamn lightsaber. And that's all I want to do. That's all I fucking care about.
I'm with you with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about the rest of the park. I just want to go do the Star Wars shit.
I mean, come on, small world after all. We got to do it.
Yeah. Oh, and I want to do that drinking around the world thing in Epcot or whatever that I heard you just get completely fucking obliterated for not that much. So I'm totally down with that because I like my drink. So let's fucking go.
We'll just make every single one of those shots bourbon for you.
So,
yeah.
I could do that. All right. So since we're talking about that, you bring up a good fact. So if you guys could have your own signature alcoholic drink,
oh man,
what would it be? Would it be beer? Would it be liquor? Like what would it be?
Well, this one's kind of hard because we've been sponsored. I mean, a lot of bands were sponsored by Cold Cock for a long time. We were sponsored by Cold Cock. I have a friend who works in the industry of alcohol, and we were sponsored by Jack Daniels for a while and Jägermeister, So it's a hard one because I'm always been a whiskey guy. So I mean, Jack Daniels is where I'd go, Straight old 1980s summer smash, nothing crazy.
I drank so much goddamn Jack Daniels with Saving Abel that I give it a break.
Yeah.
Like those guys, I mean, those were some times where it's like, no, dude, we would kill bottle after. There was a show that Abel did when I was working for him that it was an acoustic show. And we went to, they did the show, whatever. We were hanging out for a couple days. We went back the second day and, we tried to order Jack. They're like, you drank all the Jack.
I think that happened with us in Dubuque, Iowa with Hugo. That same thing
Oh,
happened.
I'm sure.
Jeremy's like, we don't got no more, bro. We're out.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, I'm sure Hugo would probably, Hugo's definitely one where, you got to watch him.
Yep.
Love him, but you got to watch him.
I'm a bougie ass fucking bourbon guy. I like my bourbon. Now I'll drink whiskey and I'm down. I mean, it is whiskey. It's a type of whiskey, but I like bourbon. I like scotch. So I like my goddamn Elijah Craig. That's like my fucking main thing. I love Elijah Craig bourbon. And then scotch, obviously, if you're going to do scotch, you do Johnny Walker.
Oh, yeah.
Or Glenlivet. I like Glenlivet. So, yeah.
I've been drinking Jack. I've been drinking, Jack Daniels since I was probably 16, sneaking it,
Yeah. Jack Daniels is the first time that I ever got completely fucking annihilated when I was the first thing was actually beer, which is my main love. I love beer and I love my fucking Coors, which is what I fucking drink on every show.
Godfather's rules. We'll have to check it out.
Hashtag Coors Light. If you guys want to sponsor the podcast, we'd be more than happy to talk to you.
Well, what's really cool is there's someone who said in here, it'd be cool to build your own. So up here in Denver, there's a rad venue bar called Black Sky Brewery. And if you're like a band like they really dig, they'll let you make your own beer and they'll put it on tap and they'll run it and they'll run your whole keg until it's out. And if it's a popular, they'll just leave it on tap and you can order your beer of your band name. If you want the beer to be GoatSilk fucking ale, they'll make it for you.
Oh,
that would be
so if any touring bands are going through Colorado, Black Sky Brewery is fucking rad,
That would be fucking amazing.
You actually get to play. You get to actually play inside where they brew the beer. That's the stage.
That would be even better.
Yeah.
Well, we have a couple places close that do that. There's one in Savannah, Georgia, which I don't live too far from Savannah, Georgia. So we live about an hour north of Savannah. And they've got a place, I think it's called Southbound Brewery, that has metal shows. And for some of the bigger metal bands, they'll actually do a special beer just that night.
That's cool.
at the show when the bands come in. I don't know if they still do it, but they used to do that. And I always thought that was cool as shit. All right, CB, you up.
All right. So, what is your worst fan interaction?
Worst band interaction with
Worst
other bands?
Worst fan interaction.
Oh, man. Fan interactions. Oh, my God. Yeah. We used to have, Bundy, you remember Brianna?
Oh, don't mention her.
Wow, that struck a nerve.
Why'd you bring up that memory? God damn, I repressed that. I repressed that one.
Yeah.
Story time. You gotta tell a story.
Oh, man.
Oh, dude, this chick was just stalker beyond stalker. Like, I mean, I've had some people like, you know, not necessarily stalk, but it's like they keep up with you really well, whatever. I mean, that's fine and well, but it's like, dude, no, like I would go somewhere in town, this chick was there. And it's like, no.
Bringing cookies.
Like at one point, I actually, like, I don't know if he was like, I mean, I was not interested in this chick whatsoever. Let's make that very clear. However, at one point, I actually had one of my friends, I'm like, you're my girlfriend now.
Yeah.
Like, just so that way, it's just like, you're with me. Like, I don't want to deal with this chick.
I don't know how many friends like that we had to be like, nah, this is my girlfriend. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's all right. I use Daffy up there because like any crazy ass bitches that come at me, I'm like, you have to go through Daffy because she controls my entire life. Yep. she before she came on the show, she was my personal assistant. So I'm like, you got to go through Daffy. Well, is that your wife? Kind of.
Speaking of
make sure it's good.
Yeah, speaking of fans,
besides her, I mean, I can't really think of too many bad ones, but I have kicked a fan in the fucking face for trying to grab my mic. I warned him. You know, I warned him. I was like, because he was drunk, but he like tried to reach up and grab my mic when I was in the middle of playing, and I fucking got down and yelled like, "Don't fucking touch my shit!" And he tried to do it again, so I fucking kicked him.
Yeah. I do want to, while we're talking about fans, I want to shout out a couple people who've been long time. We just got a new fan. He might be our new crazy fan. His name is Sin City Thrasher. He's one of our new fans. He's liking all our stuff, so I wanted to shout him out. Also, Catherine out in Rockville, man. She's been solid for us for long times. Yeah, we met her out when we were playing the Revival Fest out in Yorkville, Illinois, and she's been a solid GoatSilk fan. She has GoatSilk tattoos and, like true dedicated fans, man. So there's a side where we've had some really bad fans, creepy fans, and some really rad fans too. So I always want to make sure we mention them,
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, I haven't had too many horrible fan experiences, honestly. I mean, realistically, it's your typical fan in the sense of like, oh, keep up with you, whatever. Great. I don't mind that. But, you know what? There is another one. Now that I think about it, in Des Moines, Iowa, there was this chick and she, stage 10 clinger. I mean, it was the whole band she clinged on to, but she would always bring us like this weird vegan shit. And I'm not vegan. I'll throw the fucking shit away. I don't give a fuck. But, she ended up using my, I always go by Bundy. It's my last name. I don't go by my first name whatsoever unless like you really know me. Like Joe, like he'll use my name, but like, yeah. I mean, hell, even my best friend won't even use my first name. It's just something more so like a family thing, or like I've known you since fucking way back. Unless you're my best friend, I'll kill him. But this chick ended up using my first name, and I told her, I was like, it was more so she used the shortened version, which is Maya, and that's more so like a family thing.
Yeah. And
I was like, don't call me that. Well, she ended up calling me that again, and I like ripped into her. I ripped her a new one out of nowhere. She proceeds to Facebook. She starts, trauma dumping on me, like telling. I mean, I know more about her than I do my own fiance, just from the trauma dump she had. And I finally had it. I fucking went off on this chick, and she's like, well. She started unsending the messages, and to freak her out, I was like, I've already screenshotted everything. Anything you say, I've already have, so you can't go back. I didn't. I just wanted to freak her the fuck out because I was like, I'm done with your bullshit. She ended up
Crazy.
blocking me.
Watching right
Thank God. Yeah, she ended up blocking me after the whole thing. I was like, thank God, because I don't ever want to deal with you again.
That's scary.
Oh yeah.
That's absolutely fucking terrifying. So
Yeah, and I
before
mean, it
we-
wasn't like just trauma dumping, like, oh, you know, like bad boy. It's like, no, I was molested at this age. And it's like, no, like, I don't care. Like, I don't know you.
No.
Yeah, like, cut the cord, man. Like, you know, it's one thing to be, you know, like, want to, you know, as a musician, you know, yeah, you know, you relate to people on a, you know, a deeper level in a certain sense, but don't trauma dump on me when I don't know you. I don't care if your you know, your uncle molested. I don't care. I'm sorry. I don't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
So before we get into it, because we are at that point, but this is we're doing something special for y'all tonight, or
Yeah.
you're doing something special for everybody tonight.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna let you guys introduce this and talk about it for a minute before we play it and go into the end of the show.
Gotcha. So you want to go, Bundy, about Bury Your Halo? About
I'd say you start, because I mean, you're the one who actually brought the song back. I mean, you know, wrote the song initially, and I kind of popped back in and, you know, helped tie it all together.
Yeah. So, in a nutshell, you know, Bundy had left the band for a couple years, and I had other members in the band, you know, Nick Winnan and Rob and all these guys. And I've actually had material sitting around for a couple years. And when COVID hit, I kind of was like, this is it. I'm done. I'm throwing it in the towel. But I had these awesome songs, and I have a catalog of stuff still. And we actually seen Bundy on tour with a band that he was touring with Tim. And we started to talk about, you know, getting the band back together. And I started sending him some shit. He's like, damn, dude, like, wow, like totally different guy. So we went back and forth. So this started in probably February. We started with this whole thing with getting the band back together and the new song and stuff like that. And I bounced some ideas and I sent it to him, and he just put his parts to it. And then all of a sudden we're out shooting a music video for it, and it's going live. This is the premiere of Bury Your Halo. We're actually doing, anyone who's watching this, they're the only ones who get to see this because it's a secret link. You can't watch it unless you're watching today. Everyone else has to wait until August 1st when the song drops as well. So,
oh shit, they're getting way early on this.
Yeah. Like 20 days or something like that before it even drops. So anyone's watching get the sneak peek. And anyone who's watching it who wants to comment or watch it on YouTube, you just got to message us. We'll send them that link, and they could watch it. They could save it, and there'll be premiere access for them only, long as they have that link. So
there you go. So this is it. We're going to do the premiere of their brand new video. You guys hang around till after the show is over. Everybody else, you guys know, we always end it on the music. We love you guys. Have a fantastic night. We will see you guys again on fucking Monday night. Be good to each other. Don't drink and drive. And for God and God's sake, wrap your fucking tool. We're out.
Good night.